Well, it's almost Christmas, and it's not that much longer before the year is over. And with the new year always comes with changes, including me. This is the last video where I'll be using this Arbok avatar, reasons giving in my last highlight reel about bearing. So starting in January, I'll be using a new Snek to represent me. This is my last planned response video for the rest of December because I have to focus more of what little free time I have to designing a new me. So if I feel the need to make something really quick, it would be in the same highlight reel style I did the past 3 times I decided to make something really fast. But on to the subject at hand. Since this is the last time I'll be using a copyrighted character as my avatar to limit the chances of my channel being taken down, and since this character is a Pokemon, I thought it would be fitting to do it on another PokeTuber. If you watch Pokemon content on YouTube, you may be familiar with a man who goes by Verlisify. He's considered to be one of the most annoying people in the PokeTubing community, but most of his content is not controversial outside of suggesting odd movesets that doesn't make sense when put into practice. However, he got his fame whining and complaining about elitism and a fan-made competitive battling style known as Smogon. He has an elitist attitude himself on his own opinions, which makes me question why he complained about elitism in the first place. When that got stale, he turned his attention to the official competitive scene run by the Pokemon company known as VGC. He has a real hatred of people hacking the game to get the Pokemon they want as opposed to breeding them to get them legitimately. And while I do agree with him that since it's against the rules of VGC to use hacked Pokemon, I disagree that cheating in the game at all is bad. If it's just for casual purposes, nothing more than cosmetic changes to make the Pokemon shiny or in a different ball, or staying out of official tournaments with hacked teams, or sticking to the legal boundaries of a Pokemon and just battling or trading online, I think it's fine. Like for example, using PK Hex to gen in an Arbok with the highest potential stats that an Arbok was bred can have and only have a moveset it can get only by in-game means. I don't see a problem with it so long as the person doesn't enter that Arbok in a VGC tournament where it'd then be violating the rules in a competition where you can earn money or scholarships for winning. But if the person just stayed on Wi-Fi battling with random people, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that in my personal opinion. Now Verlisify has been a thorn in the Pokemon community's side for a while, just rambling on and on about the same exact thing over and over and over again when it comes to cheating.
It's snowing in Seattle and there was an illegal Pokemon on stream for the International Championships. It might as well be Christmas. Remember, we had Judy Azraeli. He was the one that was saying, no, it's okay that you're cheating. Just keep competing with your cheated Pokemon. It's okay. So that's an issue right there. And we keep going deeper. So the rest of this video is going to be exposing tons of VGC players. I think that first tweet is all we really need to just kind of show how big of an epidemic the cheating is. I don't know if there's any accusations against Cybertron on this, but this one was pointed out to me by a fan showing that Wolf has this Raichu, which just is not possible. So as a VGC player, I think he should know better. I think he should also know better about not saying he doesn't support hacking when he's using a Pokemon that can only exist from being hacked. And then the fact that this was about, the lack of sportsmanship, because the reason why we're going to bring this guy back into the spotlight is because he did a team breakdown / his whole talk about Worlds. It is one of the most insanely long, pretentious things I have ever read. Look how long this goes. Very, very suspicious team, incredibly likely to be hacked. And I'll show you guys why even more, because I have so many other players. Just look at all these tabs, guys. We're going to have a very fun video exposing all of the cheaters in VGC.
And of course, this sparks backlash, most of which comes in the form of being treated like the Voldemort of PokeTubers. Don't talk about hacking or else you know who will complain and get a ton of views. Others make response videos to his content to point out fallacies in a similar vein that the anti-SJW YouTubers do. That's all fine. There's things on both sides of the arguments Verlisify has against the rest of the Pokemon community I agree and disagree with. But one VGC player took it a bit too far and is suspected of faking a hate crime to try to take Verlisify down and attempt to silence his freedom of speech once and for all. I won't be going into the whole video of his because the bulk of it in the middle is just him defending other VGC players and trying to respond to Verlisify's claims of cheating in an international tournament in Europe. I just spent that entire intro that's as large as a Wailord just to explain my views on Verlisify and hacking Pokemon in general so that I don't have to critique the entirety of an 11.5-minute video. So with that in mind, I'm mostly focusing only on the first couple of minutes and the last couple of minutes. Also, Verlisify responded to the guy's claims and I'll link that in the description. He does a good job defending himself, so my video isn't to determine if the claims are true, but what the claims are and why this guy is in the wrong. So let's get started.
Let's go and look at some of the people responding. Puddles VGC. He needs to be banned on the spot. I can maybe do it if I get my hands around a computer sometime. He's hacking, and if he gets a hold of a laptop and can transfer over the files and make a save copy, boom, that's a hacker right there. We found him.
Yeah, that Puddles VGC guy. He responded to Mike Selesky. Ban him on the spot. I mean, you guys get that you guys get that stupid, right? You guys get that you cannot ban someone from a tournament for a post they make on Twitter, right? Like, maybe if it's racist or really mean or like totally messed up, but like, he's just being like, yeah, I can send you a file. You can't just point fingers with no evidence and label someone a hacker. I mean, if the police did that with people, I think that guy's doing drugs. Do you know how many arrests they would make? Do you know how many people smoke weed?
Maybe not an automatic ban from the tournament, but that should at least be enough of a red flag to warrant officials to looking into the matter to attempt to find evidence of hacking. And if they find evidence, that could be worthy of a ban. Kind of like a cop being able to find enough evidence to lead to an arrest from a post on Facebook. It's a valid argument. And that, plus the beginning of my video, is literally all I have to say on the subject of cheating in VGC.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what I'm going to put up on the screen is very, very, very offensive, so...
You know crap gets real when someone issues a trigger warning in a Pokemon video.
Here's a picture of a Twitter account someone made to mock Joshua Lorsey, who is a African-American VGC player. I mean, I don't know what to say, and I cannot believe that I can't believe anyone would. I'm speechless. Verlisify, if you see this, this is what your fans are doing. You didn't address it at all. You didn't say anything about it. All you said was, he's not getting any hate. Oh. This is what happens when you do these videos, Verlisify. I know it's great to make money off them, alright? I know it's great to pull in the views and to point fingers and to start drama. But every single time you make a video, something like this ends up happening. We get death threats. We get bullying, we get racism now.
Yeah, that would be a terrible thing. It's awful when someone decides to bully someone else for any reason. If that was real. Verlisify's response goes into further detail, so watch it if you're interested, but here's the summary. The kid claimed that someone made an egg account within minutes of Verlisify's latest hacking video was uploaded to bully a fellow VGC player. But it was taken down, so there is no evidence that can be placed of said bullying. The only screenshot in existence is to show the account name and one of this guy saying him and his followers got it taken down. The account can be proven to not have any engagement with people, and the target of the attack has his tweets protected and apparently has been for days, so the attacker couldn't really attack at all. Verlisify goes into detail and does his own investigation, so I won't be parroting the info. But Yellowbox, the VGC player in question, claims it comes from a fan of Verlisify. There's no proof. Yellowbox claimed the account had a link to Verlisify's video as evidence, but that's not evidence. Anyone can do that, even someone trying to frame someone else. I'm not saying it wasn't a fan who did it, but I'm also skeptical it was, considering the only popular videos on Yellowbox's channel are the ones against Verlisify. Also, with someone with as many subscribers as Verlisify, you'd think there'd be more than this single instance. The guy is one of the most subscribed PokeTubers on YouTube. This one instance, assuming it actually is coming from a fan, is not proof that all Verlisify subscribers, or even a majority, are hateful. And again, Since this is a single instance, it warrants suspicion of validity. Is there toxicity in the comments of his videos? Yes, but same can be said of any big YouTuber, and he's not in control of his subscribers. Like him or not, it's not Verlisify's fault. But there's something on Yellowbox's video that did get me a bit upset, but we'll get into that in a minute. Let me first show this.
Last thing I want to say before I end this video is just keep in mind, I'm not making this video because it's fun for me. I'm not making this video because I enjoy it. I know I do try to have fun with it. I know I try and make some jokes here and there because I want you to know the other side. I want you to know that you need to think for yourself. So please, you don't even have to listen to me. Just know that there's another side to everything, and know that Verlisify doesn't have any solid evidence for practically anything he says in this video. The only thing he's right about is the Porygon being in the Beast Ball.
Agreed on that there are two sides to every argument, though the tweets are suspect of evidence of cheating at best, and he has a right to call it out, much like Yellowbox has a right to defend it. However,
see that these are all stretches, okay? See that these are all assumptions. See that nothing here is set in stone. He's saying this is a fact, and I'm saying there are no facts to back up what you're saying.
I wouldn't say that. Verlisify may be annoying and beating a dead horsey every time he makes a video about cheating, but he does make a solid case sometimes. Are all of his claims warranted or even accurate? No. But the claims that are inaccurate or lies can be pointed out with solid evidence. In order to counter the claims, anecdotal evidence and alleged hate crimes are not the way to do it. You need cold, hard facts that cannot be easily rebutted. You need physical proof, not evidence based on experience and your knowing the VGC players who are being criticized by Verlisify. A decent example of this was two videos made by PokeTubers HoodlumsCrafty and Duncan Knee Deep, who made a well thought out argument and presented facts about Verlisify's character in which Verlis could not successfully argue back on most points without looking like a liar and a hypocrite, and it was obvious he was trying to cover up his lies. What Yellowbox is doing is just saying, "You're wrong because you don't know for sure. Tweets don't equal evidence," and so forth. Listen, I'm not a fan of Verlisify at all. He is not a nice person, he's whiny, and there's a reason why PokeTubers don't like him. I love it when people successfully take him down a peg or two, but you need solid, irrefutable evidence to show someone is lying. And sometimes he's right, and does provide proof to back up his claims about cheating. But Yellowbox isn't doing that. And what he does is suspect of lying himself with no evidence to support his claims while debunking Verlisify's. This whole hate crime thing is sketchy at best since there isn't concrete evidence that it came from a fan, and what he suggests next isn't something I can stand behind.
In fact, guys, if you want Verlisify gone, here's what you can do. Support tickets. You can report his account. When reporting his account, you need to try to make sure you can link images or quotes or comments, anything you can find that shows his channel being harmful and threatening and just cruel, specifically abusive. If any of you have any pictures, any images, any sort of links that you can attach and report, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and report his account. After seeing this, after seeing this, no, I don't want his account up anymore. I know that he didn't post it. I know he didn't post it, but you know what? One of his followers did. One of his followers who is influenced by him directly made this. So until I see, I don't know, maybe like a public apology like from Verlisify on that behalf, no, I want your account gone.
I get it. You don't like Verlisify making claims against your friends. I don't like him much either, but wanting his entire channel taken down because of something that one of his subscribers allegedly did, that's not right. Assuming the offensive egg account is in fact from a fan of his, Verlisify does not need to apologize on behalf of the subscriber. He does not control his fan base. Each individual subscriber has free will to do whatever they want, and it's not fair to blame Verlisify for something hateful someone else does. None of his content suggests making racist statements to anyone, so he is not at fault. If you've been in the YouTube comments for long, you know that the big channels all have their fair share of toxicity within the fanbase. That is across the board with all of them. Sticking with PokeTubers, is Shady Penguin at fault for having negative comments in his Let's Plays or Wi-Fi battles? Is Shofu the King Nappy? No, they're not. They don't have any negative content on their channels, yet there's toxicity in their comments as well. It's not Verlisify's fault that a portion of his fanbase leave negative comments on other channels. Any content creator is not at fault, and he doesn't need to apologize to you or your friend for something he didn't do or suggest to others. That's why response channels have disclaimers. We want to make it clear that we don't promote it. Maybe Verlisify needs to do the same thing when he makes a cheating video, I don't know. But he doesn't make content that warrants the takedown of his channel. But I've been talking way too long and I got some drawing to do, so I'll see y'all next time with new videos and an all new me.
I feel like cheating has gotten so bad in VGC that the Pokemon Company only has two.
What's up, my gangster?
What up, white guy?
Yeah, man, let's get up top, my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah, Black Power.